Hello, everyone. Today we're going to learn about the book of Enoch and who the fallen angels really are. Some people think they're spirit beings, angels, I guess spirits with wings that bred with women and they produce so-called giants. But this is not true. The book of Enoch never mentions spirit beings. It mentions the children of heaven, which is the children of a higher place. And they use the word angels, the children of heaven. Or some translations have watchers, the children of heaven, which watcher is what is found in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and that is the word that has to be used. Even though angel can mean a king and a priest and a prophet, so even if you use the word angel, you have to understand an angel is just a king or a prince, and it's a people. So the children of heaven and these so-called fallen angels are just none other than people. And I'm going to prove it to you today with the book of Jubilees, the book of Enoch, and the book of the Giants, which is the book of Gabor. So here we go. I want to show you a couple names. I'm going to show you this name Barakiel. Okay, this right here, this name Barakiel. These are and behold, the name of the angels. You have to understand now. It says those angels, which is the children of heaven, or these kings. That's what the angels mean here, or watchers. Because after all, this is the book of the watchers. So it's not the book of the angels. It's the book of the watchers, or the children of heaven, meaning children of the ruling men. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to focus on this name Barakiel. Here's Barakiel right here. He's one of in the list. There's another spelling of Barakiel right here. And even in verse 6, when they list these angels, these so-called angels, or these fallen angels, they call them, the name is Barakiel. Okay, so here we go. We got Barakiel here as one of these so-called fallen ones. Where did we see this name before, Barakiel? You have to look into other books. You have to look into one other book, is the book of Jubilees. Okay, here is the book of Jubilees. This is chapter 4, verse 28. And it says here, in the 15th Jubilee, in the third week, Lamech took himself a wife. He took a wife, and it was the daughter of Barakiel. The daughter of Barakiel. So who is Barakiel? We just read about him in the book of Enoch. He's the daughter of his father's brother. So Lamech took a wife of his father's brother. Well, who's Lamech's father? Lamech's right here. Lamech's father is Methuselah. So Methuselah's brother. Okay, Methuselah's brother is where he took a wife. Okay, so now he takes a wife of his father's brother. Okay, Barakiel. And the spelling of Barakiel here, this is one translation of Jubilees, but I have another translation that they're all the same. Barakiel. They're spelled many different ways, but this Barakiel is spelled here, but it's in all these books, the book of Giants, the book of Jubilees, the book of Enoch, they're all Barakiel, and they're all spelled almost similar. You can find translations that line up all similar if you really want to. But let's go into, so this was a man. So Barakiel, the so-called fallen one, is a man. He's a brother of Methuselah. Okay, brother of Methuselah. Now, where else do we read about the so-called guy, Methuselah? Let's see. Let's go into the book of the Giants. Okay, this is the book of Giants. Now, if you don't know what the book of Giants is, you think the word, the book of the Giants. You think of, that's just a big creature, big giant. See, there were giants. Well, not necessarily. See, the word giant, it was Aramaic when the book was written. When they translated the word Gabor. That's the word, Gabor. Okay. And it means an upright man, a strong man. Okay. Valiant man. It's a man, but it's a strong and mighty man, mighty in war, or a chief, anything. Okay. This is when you say giant, it means a mighty man. So that's the word Gabor. So when you look into the book of the giants, don't be enamored and thinking, wow, it's a book of a creature of these offsprings of ridiculous height. No, it's just the mighty men. They were mighty. Okay. Now let's look at who is Ahoya and Maui. Ahoya, and he said to Maui, without trembling, who showed you all this vision? My brother. So these two are brothers. Who showed him the vision? Barakil, my father, who was with me. Okay, showed me the vision. Now, this vision that he showed was the vision that Enoch gave the watchers. When Enoch gave the watchers the vision, hey, look, you're going to be punished for what you did. So this Barakil got the vision because Enoch showed him the vision. Okay, so now they're going to be destroyed. Okay, now these were not giant. When you look at what they did, they caused great corruption. These people just caused great right here. They caused great corruption in the earth. They were causing great corruption in the earth. And the book of Enoch says they devour. See the word devour. When you devour many, okay, you have to understand this is a mighty man and devouring in war. Okay. When you devour flesh, that means you kill in war. And when you drink blood, that means you steal their acquisitions. Okay. You take their belongings when you drink blood. So when you see the book of Enoch say, oh, it's, devour flesh and drinking blood, don't take that literal, just like when they converted to the word giants. No, that's just in war. That's taking your acquisitions and killing and conquering. That's what the book is talking about. So you have to read this book properly. You have to understand that these were just men, okay? And this is Barakil. He was a man, okay? This is what this book is saying, okay? Now, let's go. We prove one, okay? I'm going to prove another one. I'm going to keep proving them until I run out of time here, because I'm going to prove to you that all these are just men, okay? They're not so-called angels, okay? Let's look at chapter 6. Here's another spelling of that Barakil I was talking about. Here's how it spells Barakil. It spells it a little bit different. They're all spelled a little bit different. Now, chapter 6 spells it differently than chapter 69, but it's the same Barakil. Okay, but the other one I want to focus on is Denel, right here, Denel. Now, this one's pretty much spelled correctly. It's pretty hard because it's a smaller name, Denel. And there's another version, Denel. Okay. Who is Denel? Denel is one of these so-called fallen angels or fallen watchers or whatever you want to call them. But I'm going to prove to you that these are just men. And they were men. Now, does the book of Jubilees mention Denel? Let's see if the book of Jubilees mentions Denel. Let's look at verse 20, chapter 4, verse 20. This was in the 12th Jubilee. Okay. He took himself a wife, and her name was Edna, the daughter of Denel, the daughter of his father's brother. Okay. Now, this is Enoch. This is Enoch right here. This is Enoch because it says up here, if you read, it says, and he called his name Enoch. This was his son, his son, and it was Enoch, and he took a wife. So now he's his turn to take a wife, and he takes it from the daughter of Denel. Well, that Denel is so-called fallen watcher, or these so-called children of heaven in the book of Enoch. But he is the daughter of his father's brother. So who is Enoch's father? Jared. Okay, Jared. Okay, Jared. In the days of Jared. This is what these so-called fallen angels happened in the days of Jared. They left their higher place, their estate, their higher place. But these are just people. This is Denel, okay? Jared's brother. This is literally Jared's brother. Enoch took Jared's brother's daughter to wife, but Daniel fell. He went astray, and he started what they did is these kings, these rulers, they started to breed with the servant race of people, which was a lower class of race. They were separated for all this time. It was the kings of the earth and the servant, the ones that tilled the soil, according to the Bible, the servant man. Okay, they started taking the wives of them and having offspring. Well, guess what? They were stronger physically, and plus they learned what their fathers knew, and they started to be mighty men on the earth, and they started to conquer on the earth. So here we go, Daniel. So now that is Daniel. It's the same Daniel right here in the book of Enoch. Same one. Okay, and now I want to do one more if I have some time. I want to do one more, and it's going to be who's called Tamiel. Okay, this word right here, Tamiel. This is one of their leaders. Okay, Tamiel. Now you have to understand, who is Tamiel? Who's Tamiel? Okay, because Tamiel is listed again as one of these leaders. Okay, and if you go now, if you go farther, you go back. You have to understand. You have to know these names. They change the names a lot. Okay, you have to go to chapter 69, and you have to look at who was Tamiel. Okay, because there's going to be other names right here, and in the fifth, it's 69 verse 12. And the fifth was the name Chaldea. Okay. He was showing them a lot of things. He was showing them a lot of things. But who is Chaldea? Well, you have to understand that when you look up Tamiel, okay, Tamiel, okay, who is Tamiel? Right here. Also known as Chaldea. You have to understand, Tamiel was Chaldea. Who were they? Were they fallen angels? Were they some spirit beings? Or were they the Chaldeans? Okay, or they from the people that came, the Chaldean. Okay, that Chaldean, a lot of our knowledge came from the Chaldean, which was Tamiel. Okay, which was listed as one of the so-called fallen angels, and his name was Chaldea. See, if they didn't put this here, you have to understand. That's why you have to know without a doubt. This was not talking about Tamiel, just the same name. No, this is Chaldea. This was the same one is in chapter 6. Okay, that's why you have to read this book and you have to understand. Tamiel is the same. This is Chaldea, and I can prove it with 100% that this was Tamiel, this was Chaldea. Okay, Chaldean, which was another man. Now, if you look, there's more in this book of Enoch. There's other names, according to the book of Enoch, according to the book of the Gabor, which is the book of the giants, and according to the book of Jubilees. Okay, you have to know that some of these names, they're like Ramiel and other names, they're listed. But I just wanted to point out to you that in the book of Jubilees, they were documented. These patriarchs and their uncles and their brothers, okay, these are the ones that fell. These are the so-called fallen ones that left their kingship in a higher state. Well, they were not, they were told, and it was between these, because if you're a king, you have to have a subject. Anyway, my time is up. Thanks for watching. I'll make more videos. Bye.